Welcome back to Hope's Homemade Kitchen. It's the end of March here in Minnesota, and as you can see out the window, we have snow. So tonight, I'm going to make a very hearty Cajun sausage, chicken, and shrimp skillet. So stick around with me and I'll show you the ingredients. Let's get started. For the Cajun sausage, chicken, and shrimp skillet, here are the ingredients: olive oil, garlic, rice, butter. I've got some of this Cajun style andouille sausage, smoked sausage from Hillshire Farm. Chicken stock, Cajun seasoning, smoked paprika, pepper. Shrimp, I have some leftover chicken that I'm going to use. And then for the vegetables, we have white and green onion, some tomatoes, and some peppers. Okay, first thing we're going to do is turn on our heat to about medium. I've added about a tablespoon of olive oil to the pan. And we're going to cook our sausage first until it's brown. Now for this recipe, I've chopped about a half of an onion and put in some green onions in there as well. I had some tomatoes that I needed to use up, so I chopped those up. This recipe is really best with green bell pepper. I didn't have any of those, so I used some peppers that I had in the fridge, multicolored peppers. Those will work great. And I've also pre-seasoned some shrimp with the Cajun seasoning. I have about 12 medium shrimp here. Once everything is pretty cooked through, this is already chicken that I had left over that I grilled the other night. So I diced that up. This will go in at the end since it's already cooked. But that'll provide some good grilled flavor in there as well. I also need to rinse 2 cups of rice because I'll be adding those once all of the vegetables and everything are cooked. I'll put it in with the tomatoes and the cooked vegetables. And anyway, I'll show you. While the sausage is cooking and browning, I am going to rinse 2 cups of white rice. I'm using the white jasmine rice. Okay, we'll let that drain and get back to the sausage. You'll want to let it cook on one side until it gets a good brown crust in there. That really adds a lot of flavor. Okay, it's starting to get some good browning. This is 1 pound of the Hillshire Farm Cajun andouille sausage. And all I did was slice it up. That's looking good. I'm going to remove that so we can cook our other items. Shrimp goes in next. And we'll cook that and remove it and then add it again at the end. We don't want to cook the shrimp too much because it'll be cooking more when we add it at the end. So these are medium shrimp. I think they're the 31 to 40 count. I think I have 12 to 15 shrimp here. They're not very big and they'll cook up a little bit more, so and these have been deveined and peeled and the tails removed. Some people like to leave the tails on just because it just adds a little flair. And you can pick it up by the tail and eat it. Smelling really good. So you can see they're just starting to get a little bit pink. And that's really going to be all it needs. I'm going to take those out because again, like we will be putting them in to cook at the end, and shrimp doesn't take very long at all to cook. Okay, next we're going to add about a tablespoon of butter. We're going to cook the onions. Throw the onions in there, let them cook down a little bit. And the peppers too. So the moisture from these vegetables will help to scrape up the bits from the bottom, which just adds to the flavor. Next, I'm going to add in a good amount of garlic. The jarred minced garlic. If you want to chop your own garlic, some people swear by that. I use so much garlic, it's just better to buy the jars. Oops. Okay, I'm going to add the sausage back in and reserve the shrimp till the very end because I don't want to cook the shrimp too much. They'll get tough. I'm going to add in that chicken that I diced up, the tomatoes, add in the 2 cups of rinsed rice. Four cups of chicken stock. And here's where you can adjust your seasoning a little bit. I did not add any salt in here because the sausage is salty enough. If it's not salty enough for you, you can always add more at the end. Add some pepper. I'm going to add a little smoked paprika just for the smoky flavor. A dash of Cajun seasoning. Now, the shrimp already had some Cajun seasoning on it, but it'll need a little bit more. Now once it comes to a boil, I'm going to cook it for about 15 to 20 minutes until the rice is done. And then we will add in our shrimp and it'll be done. Okay, now it's starting to bubble all the way through. I'm going to put the lid on now, turn it down, and let the rice cook for 15 to 20 minutes. We'll be back. Okay, now the rice is almost done. I'm going to add the shrimp back in. Just kind of throw it in different spots there. Now this way the shrimp hasn't cooked too much. Just putting it back in so it can be warm. And this is the last step. Okay, we'll put the lid back on and let it finish cooking. Okay, now the dish is done. You can see the rice, the veggies, sausage, chicken, shrimp. Good for a hearty meal. Now it's time for a taste test. All right, now I'm going to give it a taste test. Get a little bit of shrimp, rice, sausage. It's hard to get it all in one bite. This is very warming. A lot of the Cajun spices in there, a mixture of the meats and the vegetables and the rice. Very hearty. I hope you try it. It's very easy. Like I said, the only preparation part is the chopping and the prep work. Everything after that comes together really easily. I really hope you try it. And it's a good hearty meal for a snowy Minnesota evening. Thank you for joining me tonight on Hope's Homemade Kitchen. If you liked what you saw today, please take the time to like and subscribe. It really helps my channel. We'll see you next time.